You've pressed on this video because you're struggling with your confidence the same way I was struggling when I was 15, 16, and I was stuck in the Sunday league system for more than 3 years of my life. But then everything changed for me, and finally at 19 I signed my first pro contract, all by using a couple methods that made me go from no confidence to being the most confident guy on the pitch. So if you want to do the same with your confidence, then watch this video till the end and it's gonna change your football life forever. For me, everything was pretty easy and simple. When I was young, I was a prodigy. I was so good. I was playing for my national team at under 15s, under 16s levels, and I was enjoying every single minute of it. From the ages of 12 to 15, I must have scored like over 70, 80 goals. And in that period of time, I never really struggled with my confidence. But then everything changed for me because my family had some problems and they had to move all the way from Moldova to England, a country where I had to start everything from scratch again. The first couple weeks I wasn't even playing football. Then, lucky me, I found a Sunday league team and I started playing for them. And little do you know, I got stuck in there for more than 3 years of my life. To be fair, I was scouted by Crystal Palace where I was playing for that Sunday league team, but the stars didn't align and I ended up being still stuck in the same place until I was 19. Because you see, down the line I had to make a change. So I thought to myself, why am I struggling with my confidence so much that I can't even play good in a Sunday league team with players that are literally playing football for fun? Because this was me. From national team, from being one of the best in my country to struggling in Sunday league at 17, 18. Because you see, at 15, 16, when I was fresh off the boat, I was still good. I was still very good. But down the line, my confidence just went down, 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 until I literally had no confidence. But then at 17, 18, when I was looking at myself, I couldn't recognize myself anymore. So I was like, I need to make a change. I must have made over thousands of hours of research, not just into getting my confidence back up, by getting my physicality, my technicality, every single thing that I needed to make it to the pro stage, because I knew I'm gonna make it. I don't know how. I had no confidence. I had no physical preparation at that time. And even technically, I was worse than when I was 14. But I was like, I'm gonna make it. Somehow I'm gonna make it. So I must have done more than 1,000 hours of research for like more than 2 years of my life, where I've discovered ways and methods of training, recovery, and developing your confidence, networking with professional coaches, and how to actually get pro opportunities, that down the line, when I was 19, I found my own luck. Because you see, sometimes luck is not going to find you. This was me when I was 15. I was like, listen, a team is going to see me and then they're going to sign me because I'm very good. But sometimes it doesn't turn up like this. So I had to find my own luck. And at 19, I found my own luck into going back to Moldova and to actually call a coach that I knew from the time I was 13 or 14 and get myself pro trials at one of the best teams in my country and signing for them. But how did I do this? Well, it's because after more than 1,000 hours of research, I found out everything that I needed to develop and perform like a professional player. And this is literally all you need to do every single day. You don't need to invent the wheel. You don't need to do these fancy drills. All you need is to take what works and apply it to your own game. And this is exactly what I did. But when it comes to confidence, I was really digging down to this because I knew there must have been something different from me to the way professionals think, because I was a good player and I was still struggling with my confidence. So I knew it's something inside of me. It's not something to do with the outside, with the coaches, with whatever, but it's something that I could control. But it's almost like something inside of me that I had to press, but I was never even trying to press it. I was looking at the surface, but I never tried to press it. So after doing so much research and doing so much trial and error, because there's so many things that people tell you to do online about your confidence, but they don't actually work. I've done over 50 methods to develop my confidence and only a couple of them actually worked. So this is where you have to filter every bullshit that you see on the internet, because this is very important, guys. You're gonna see so much information that doesn't actually help you, and it's from guys that have never played football before in their life, but now all of a sudden they're gurus in football, they're gurus in athletes, motivational speakers that have never actually achieved anything in life, and they will tell you, listen, just be confident, just be confident. Yeah, sure, I want to be confident, but can you tell me how? I don't know how, but just be confident. Okay. Now, listening to those guys is not the way you're going to develop your confidence. So let's get down to the list. First and foremost, one of the literally most underrated methods you could do for your confidence is something a lot of people do, but they all do it wrong, and this is exactly why it doesn't help them. It just wastes time, and it is visualization. I know a lot of people are talking about it, but what I don't see people talking about it is the way you should visualize to actually see the benefits, not just in your confidence and emotional control on the pitch, but actually getting better in your decision making, in your technicality sometimes, in your execution of certain actions on the pitch, and in your timing, your reaction times, so on and so on. There's so many benefits you can get from visualization, but only if you do it the right way. So here's exactly how you can visualize to see benefits for as little as 20 minutes a day. Now, when you visualize, you want to make sure you're actually in a meditative state. So that means you're closing your eyes in a room with no noise, no distractions, no lights, nothing. Just you and your mind. When you reach that state of you and your mind, nothing around you, eyes closed, then thoughts are going to start coming to your head. So you're going to think about what you ate today, what happened yesterday, what's going to happen tomorrow. You're going to think about every single thing that comes to your mind because your brain needs to process a lot of information. But when every thought comes to you, I want you to just throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. You're going to reach that state where thoughts are not really coming to your head anymore like this, and you can control whether you want to think about them or not. So when you reach that state, you want to start thinking about you playing football. And this is the only thing that you should be thinking about. But here's the thing. I want you to imagine playing football in front of 80,000 people, among world-class players. You play alongside the best players in the world, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, whoever you like. This is going to help you because you're putting a lot of pressure on you. So this way, you have 80,000 people watching every touch you do. And you have world-class players around you that are extremely good, and you need to basically keep up with them. So the more you do this, the more pressure-proof you're going to be. But here's the catch. Our brain doesn't really know the difference between reality and imagination. And this is exactly why visualization works so well. But here's the thing. When you imagine yourself in front of 80,000 people, world-class players around you, these are just some major details that you're thinking about. No, I want you to actually dive deep into the small details that most people never think about. You have to look down. Look at the grass. Can you smell the grass? Can you see what color is the grass? Can you see the stadium? Can you see the details on the seats? Can you see the scoreboard? Can you see the goals? Can you see the manager on the side? Can you see faces of people in the crowd? This is how detailed I want you to go when you visualize yourself playing in a game. Because the more detail you go into, the less difference our brain makes between reality and imagination. So I want you to pick out 10 details, small details that you're gonna see, smell, hear. This way, you're gonna dive deep into this almost state of not making a difference between reality and imagination. Now, when you reach that state, I want you to start playing football. So let's say you're a right winger. As a right winger, you know what you're supposed to do in a game. Usually there's patterns that you need to do in a game to perform well. So let's say cutting inside, taking a shot, taking it down the line, receiving the ball, passing it back to the right back, receiving the ball, taking it into the middle, passing it to the center mid, taking the ball, shifting it to your left, crossing it into the box, pressing the left back, pressing the center mid, hoping your right back out. I don't want you to just imagine yourself scoring a penalty or a free kick because this is not realistic, guys. This is not going to help you out so much. But actual details that you need to do in a game are going to be mind-blowing. I mean, like, you're going to be so good after just a couple weeks of doing them. But here's the thing. The more you do them, the better you'll be. You can do them for 20 minutes a day. But if you have a day where you have some free time, you can do it for 1 hour. If you want to go extreme, do it for 2 hours. I know it sounds like a lot of time, but here's the thing, guys. If you want to make it to the pro stage, you must do things 99% of people never do. And this is one of the best ways to get over 99% of people because a lot of players train on the pitch. They train on the pitch, and as soon as they stop training, they go home, they watch Netflix, and they do nothing else. But here's where you're going to gain the advantage because you're going to train on the pitch as well. But besides your training on the pitch in the gym, you're gonna be doing visualization and a couple other techniques that we're just gonna go down the line. And this is gonna give you the edge that you need when it comes to football and when it comes to developing your game and your confidence. You see, while you're gonna do all those actions, you're not just gonna get better in doing those actions, you're gonna feel more comfortable in doing them. Meaning you're gonna have more confidence and you're gonna be more relaxed. And if you're more relaxed, you're gonna get into the flow state way easier than someone that's stressed, because our brain can't really go into the flow state while being stressed and while having anxiety. Now, next thing on the list is something called the placebo effect, which is a really powerful framework that you could use to have confidence on the pitch. You see, the placebo effect is an effect where our body changes according to our beliefs and the way our brain responds to certain things. Have you ever had a scenario where you had a headache and then you take a pill for your headache, but then all of a sudden, just after 5 to 10 minutes, your headache is gone? You see, the pill to actually take effect, it takes way longer than 10 minutes. Way longer. But for some reason, your pain disappeared. You have no headaches, nothing. Well, that's because your brain has fooled your body that it has dealt with the problem. You take the pill, our brain gives the signal to the body, yeah, you're safe now, there's no more pain. And boom, there's no more pain. So this is literally an incredible effect that you could use to be the most confident guy on the pitch. Because I'll tell you this right now, guys. There's people that are extremely delusional on the pitch. Extremely delusional. Some of them think they're better than Ronaldo. Some of them think they're better than Messi. And I know it sounds delusional. And there has to be a borderline between too much delusion and not being confident at all. But over my career of training young players, I've watched so many players that were actually delusional. And it's just helped them be better on the pitch. Only if they're only delusional in games, but not in trainings. So this is where my framework comes into place. Train like you're the worst player and play like you're the best player. You see, with the placebo effect, if you can combine this framework with the placebo effect, and you're gonna start telling yourself that you're the best player in the history of football, you're the best player that has ever played a game, whatever. You don't have to tell you this kind of lie. You can tell yourself that you're the best player in your team. You're the best player in your city, in your country even sometimes. But if you actually can make yourself believe this by repeating it all over again, that I'm the best player, by actually making your brain think that this is the reality, by actually making yourself so undeniably good every single day that you believe that you're the best, and you have the proof to show that you've been training more than everyone else, then the placebo effect is literally gonna make you undeniable on the pitch. If you think you're fast, you're gonna be faster than you usually would be. If you think you're technical, you would be more technical than you would usually be. I have the best example of this that happened to me personally, and it literally happens all the time to me. And it's something that I can't really explain, but I know why this happens. It's because of the placebo effect. You see, I'm a right winger naturally, but I have very good agility and change of direction. And this allows me to be very good in defensive one-on-ones. But here's the catch. I'm only good in one-on-ones when defending when I'm a left back. Every time I'm a right winger, it can be the exact same situation where I'm one-on-one with someone and he will get past me. But as soon as I go as a left back, no one can get past me. I'm very good in one-on-ones. I'm very quick, strong, and I don't really fear anything when I'm a defender. You see, I have this scar right here that happened to me 8 months ago. And it was all because there was a ball coming to my head and I've seen someone just literally going full studs into the ball. I didn't care. I went and headed in the ball and he ended up hitting me, and I was really close to dying that day because it's really close to the temper. And it was an open wound, blood everywhere. And you know what I told the referee when I told the manager? Put me back on. The manager was just shocked. He didn't know what to say because I had to go to the hospital. I had 2 stitches and yeah, it was pretty bad. But all I cared about was being a warrior on the pitch, because I know as a defender, this is exactly what you need to be doing every single game. But when I'm a right winger, I'm not like this. I'm not like this. When I'm a right winger, sometimes I'm afraid to put a tackle in. Sometimes I don't want to get injured. I want to just dribble with the ball and whatever. And it's so incredible how changing your position because of the placebo effect can change the way you're playing. When I'm a right winger, I'm bad at defending. When I'm a left back, I'm very good at defending. This is literally all it takes to take a shift in your beliefs to make you think that you're good enough, to make you think that you're the best player, and actually play on those beliefs and on that placebo effect to be undeniable on the pitch. Now, the last method that I use every single day that has literally helped me get rid of all my anxiety and kind of made me arrogant, but in a good way, as in arrogant that I know I'm the best player, it is one of the most simple things, and anyone can do them if they really want to, but it is stacking belief in your brain. And stacking belief is something that most people don't really talk about, but it is something that can definitely help you be the most confident guy on the pitch. Stacking belief means putting so much work in every single week that when Sunday or Saturday comes and you have your game, you're literally gonna be arrogant because you're looking at all the other players and inside your brain you're like, bro, you've trained 5 times less than I did this week. You had a cheat meal there, you didn't recover properly, you didn't do this properly, and you didn't do this properly. Me, I was on point every single minute of this week, and last week, and the week before, and the week before. And this is why I'm not afraid of you, bro. Let's go one-on-one, right now. And I'm telling you guys, you're not gonna realize how powerful this is until you try it. Like when I say you need to try it, you need to be so disciplined and you need to work so hard that whenever you go on the pitch, there's literally no player on that pitch that has trained more than you. And it's easy to do this. Like you have to train for a couple hours, but as soon as you create a system for yourself of training, of recovery, of developing your confidence with these methods, that right now, whenever I go on the pitch, I just look at everyone else, I'm like, okay, I know you're professionals and I'm professional. I know you're training hard, but I've been training twice as hard as you this week. So how do you think you're going to be better than me? You're not. Like you might be talented, you might be this, but I'm going to be better than you, man. Like I truly believe that hard work combined with smart work is going to make you literally the best player on the pitch. And it's going to make you a professional. Down the line, maybe not in 3 months, maybe not in 6 months, but down the line, you're going to be a professional and you're going to just raise until you reach whatever you want to be in life. So want to play for Barcelona, Real Madrid, you can do it, man. But it takes a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of smart work and it takes discipline and it takes a fire like you see here inside of you that never dies out. So I've built proof for myself. I've built proof that I'm undeniable in my work rate. And probably I could do even more and I can be even more arrogant, even more confident on the pitch. But this is a process that you have to go through every single day of your life. Because this is not something that you're going to do one day and then you're going to have confidence for the rest of your life. No, this is something that you need to constantly prove yourself that you're the best by outworking everyone else in that team, in your position, in that league, in that country, in the world, and so on and so on. So yeah, applying these methods are literally going to be life-changing for you. But to be fair with you, this is not all. There's so much more stuff that you can do every single day, not just for your confidence, but to optimize your training on the pitch, in the gym, tactical training, and in the way you're recovering, your sleep, nutrition, biological hacks to recover, and the way you're developing your confidence and emotional control on the pitch, because this is just as important, and in the way you can network with guys. And this is exactly why I've created the Vol Protocol. It's a program and community for young and ambitious players that want to get to the next stage in their football career. Whether that's signing for an academy, whether that's signing for a pro team, whether it's getting from the bench to starter. This is what we help guys every single day. We've already helped over 50 players get to the next level in their career. And here's the best part, guys. This is not just a program, this is a community with everyone inside can talk to one another, can ask questions, can show their highlights, can show their wins, can ask questions or problems they have. And it's really a place for the next generation of football stars. Here's the best part, because I don't want to just give out a program. This is a place where you can actually get pro opportunities, because I've partnered with a professional coach from England, Marvin Hamilton. We've partnered because we want to provide pro opportunities in England and potentially other countries to the most talented guys inside the program. And I think this is what I needed when I was younger. I needed someone to teach me how to train, recover, and develop my confidence. And I didn't have no one, so I had to do everything by myself. And this is why it took me longer to make it to the pro stage than it takes other people, and it might take you. But also someone that could provide pro opportunities if I was good enough. Because at one point I was more than good enough. I was ready. I was more than good enough, but I didn't have no one that could provide me pro opportunities in countries like England and other European countries. And this is exactly why the Vault Protocol is one of the fastest rising programs and communities in the football world, because people see such great results that you can see on my Instagram in the testimonials, people getting wins every single day. So if you want to make 2026 the year that everything changes for you, then go to my Instagram at Bogdan Brins and give me a DM saying I'm in, and I'm gonna send you the link to the program so you can get started today. And also make sure to subscribe to my account, because all I do in this account is talk about football and how you can stay at the top of your game. I'll see you next time.